Okay guys, we've got the Bronco back. We're going to run the power wire along the driver's side for the Zen Power9 with the back quarter panel here on the driver's side. We don't have to get it all the way off. You can see here the path for the power and the ACM harness is just along the side there, so you just want to get this panel off enough that you can get them through there. So I'll show you how to do that. So we've got to loosen up here. So we can start by just popping from this side here. Okay, and that's pretty much all we've got to do. And then we've got to come down here and remove these panels here. So it's the same trim panel that we did on the passenger side. A couple of clips up here, a couple of clips down there, and then there's two more down there. Pull, that panel comes off, and then this one we can get our fingers in there and get it loose from the body. Sometimes it can be a bit tight, and it's good to get a little panel popper in there. There we go. And that's loose. And now that's loose enough that we can get our power and ground through there. And so you can kind of see here that we've already got it in there. This panel also needs to come off. Same story down here. You've got a couple of clips. Get in there. That's going to come loose. It may help to take your rubber mats out if you've got them. They can, get in the way a little bit. And then on this panel here, we just need to get it loose as well. Don't need to get it all the way out. Start at the top here, and it can really help to put the seat forward as well, so we'll do that right now. Okay, now we've got plenty of room. So you can see it's really easy to get off. Again, panel popper up here if you need it. Get in there. Work the clips around here. There's a nasty clip down the bottom here. That's the one that's really tough to get out. Just a bit of pressure should pop it out, and then this panel will come free. You don't need to get it all the way off and out. It'll just give you enough room to run the wire through there. So we'll work on that now. Usually I start from the top here. Get your little pry tool in there, give yourself a bit of room. But it is really tricky, and it does require a bit of force. There's some pretty serious clips there. Okay, there's one. There's two. Okay. Just work it from both sides. Take your time. Okay. That's probably loose enough now that we can run the wires. All right. And so now we're going to go through to the driver's seat. So we're going to loosen this up here, but to do that, we're going to get this panel off first. This trim panel here. That should just come straight off. Same thing with this side. Okay. And then kind of pull forward like that. Put that somewhere safe. Same thing, get your panel popper in here. There's a couple of little clips here. Okay. You can see this is loose because we got it loose on the other side. And there's plenty of room there to run our power wire. This trim panel is a little tricky. You got to get this off first. Then this comes off. But there's also a little trim cover here on the footrest. That has to come off, and then there's two 10mm bolts that you need a long socket for. Okay, so first, we're gonna get this panel off. It's actually a T30 bit. 4 bolts. Get in there with the drill. 1. Just be careful getting them out that you don't nick them up on the sides. Okay, now that panel should come off. There's a few clips as well holding it on. To make sure you don't scratch anything, you kind of want to push as you get this out. Okay, there we go. Okay, now this trim panel will come off pretty easily. Just grab him down the bottom. There's a couple of clips down about here, so you want to get under it and pull away from this one. Okay, one more clip up the top here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this trim panel, we've actually got to get in there to get it out. So let's move our stuff. We'll take the mat out. We'll put this over there, over that side. Okay, get the mat out. So, you're going to need your panel poppers to start off with to get this little trim cover off the footrest. And then there's a couple of 10mm bolts. So let's do that right now. Okay, so you want to start on the edge. See how you can just see the edge there. Try and find where you can get your panel popper in. Sometimes up high is a bit easier. You really want to get in there, find a little edge. So you want to really push in, find a spot where you can get your panel popper in, and then push it in and under. So we'll go up the top here, so you can under it, and then just work it down. And then you can keep working around while you put a bit of pressure on, and you'll come right off. Okay, so now you want to get a deep 10mm socket. And there's 2 bolts, 2 nuts in there you want to get loose. Okay, so we'll start with the bottom one. Grab him. Grab this top one. Okay. Now, this panel has got a few clips here as well. So you kind of got to start here, get your panel popper. Okay. And it's going to come out and away. And that's that panel out. And you can see the path for our power wire here is along here and then up, and then the grommet, the spare grommet is there, which you'd poke it through from the other side first and drop it down. But that's basically the path of your power wire. Okay, so now we're up in the engine bay. You can see the path of the power wire. You go through this grommet here. Make sure that you make a smaller hole than the wire so that it's really tight and it stays watertight when you go through that grommet. Comes up here. Zip tie up onto this hood latch release cable for the fuse. There's a great spot for it. And then it goes down here and then up onto, there's a spare post on the battery terminal. And then we include this 10mm nut for you in your kit. Put that on there, close him up. That's it. Install done. Okay, and that's a wrap, guys. So that is how you put the power wire and get all the panels off that are needed to be removed for the install for the Zen Power9 in a Ford Bronco. So it fits everything from the 21 all the way up to 2025. That's it. So if you have any questions, please call us on 954-323-1010. That's our dedicated tech support and sales line. Otherwise, like and subscribe.